We're taught that land masses, it takes millions and millions of years to move, but these geography changes that people have memories of, it literally happened overnight. It looks like the boats are floating in the air. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Right behind the boat, that's Africa. In this reality, and where Gibraltar is no longer an island, it's still making it possible for the view of Africa. I want to use the word matrix. It's kind of like the universe or the matrix. Europa Point, Europe and Africa were separated by lots more water. It's still here in this timeline. It's information from another time and space dimension in which we cannot see. It's still here. What it is that one reality that you perceive is actually a mixture of other realities, time and spaces in which we cannot see. Wow. You guys hear that? That does not sound like a bird. I wonder what it is. It's a monkey right here. Actually, there's something very unique about this place. It's starting to get very spooky, so I'm gonna try and not get hit here. That's what I'm walking along. Another reality, this place is an island. Today is Sunday, so tomorrow's my last day in Gib, the island of Gibraltar. I did want to walk along the east coast of Gibraltar. So I am in a bus. I left Casemates Square. You could catch a bus there, and I'm heading to Europa Point again. I'll be walking from Europa Point along the whole east coast and all the way up to the airport. I'm gonna ask the bus driver if he has ever heard anyone refer to Gibraltar as an island. Have you ever heard anybody that referred to Gibraltar as an island? They think it's an island?
Not really, no.
Not really? Never? Because a lot of people that I've met, they said, yeah, they meet a lot of people that think this is an island. Have you ever heard of the island games?
Yeah, they have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago.
So you've been here 21 years, so you've been here for both of them, 1995 and 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why is Gibraltar, my next question is, why is Gibraltar hosting the island games when it's not an island?
Oh, that's a good one.
A good one.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Yeah.
It's a bit fast, yeah?
Yeah.
It was an island as such.
Perhaps it was. Do you know if it's called Gibraltar Straits plural or Gibraltar Strait singular? Which one is it?
Gibraltar Straits.
Straits, right? It seems like everyone's used to saying straits here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the souvenirs, they actually say straits. Plural, S.
Yeah.
Why do people refer to it as straits if there's only one strait? Yeah. He doesn't know. We're taught that you know, land masses, it takes millions and millions of years to move, but these geography changes that people have memories of, it literally happened overnight. Yeah, it's a real phenomenon. So I've actually taken time off for my holiday just to investigate that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I'm learning is that reality is actually a blend of timelines, of different universes, and if we perceive it as one. So that's the reason why the Island Games is hosted here, because in another reality in which we can't physically see, this piece of land is actually an island. And that's the reason why it's called straits, because there was a strait to the north of the island and a strait to the south of the island. Just got off the bus right behind me. I'm here in Europa Point, the lighthouse. I've been here already probably twice, but like I said, I'm gonna walk along the east coast, and I noticed something very interesting and amazing that I think you guys should see. These boats look like they're floating in the air. I kid you not. The water, look at this, look, it looks like the boats are floating in the air. I kid you not. Look, the color of the water has changed. It's as if they're floating in the air. I can't describe it. It literally looks like the water is the same color as the air, and it's because of the mist. That's what I was told by the bus driver. It looks so crazy. I've never seen this before. Maybe you guys haven't, maybe other parts of the world, but this is the first time I'm seeing this. It literally looks like the boat's on top of the air. This is crazy. Like, there's something very very strange and unique about this place, Gibraltar. So just gathering some thoughts. So here I am at the south point of the island of Gibraltar, Europa Point, and it's still making it possible in this reality to see Africa from Gibraltar. So we can see Africa. It's very cloudy right now. I don't know if you can see there, right behind the boat. That's Africa. I'm on Gibraltar right now, and yeah. So in this reality, and where Gibraltar is no longer an island, it's still making it possible for the view of Africa. It's still making it possible because that whole, like I said before in my other video, the whole northwestern part of Africa, that's new. And new meaning Africa had, the shape of Africa it changed. This reality, it's a different shape. And so if Africa had stayed the same shape, Africa would have been farther away from here, from Gibraltar, as a peninsula. If Gibraltar only changed and Africa would have remained the same, we would have not been able to see Africa from here, because the opening of the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean was much wider. And in this reality, Gibraltar has moved, not an island, it's moved, I guess you could say, north, even though north is an illusion. But it's basically, you know, now it's attached to Spain, to the eastern part of Spain, and the whole northwestern Africa, it looks like it just popped in there, and it's still making it possible for the view of Africa in this reality from Gibraltar. And except in the north now, you know, it's not separated by Spain from water. It's attached. It's a peninsula. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like I want to use the word matrix. It's kind of like the universe, or the matrix will still make things possible. The vision of Africa, it'll still make it possible, except, you know, one thing is different, right? That one thing is different, which what I'm referring to is Spain, right? It's no longer across from the strait, because there was a strait to the north of the island. In this reality, that's the one thing that's different, is that there's no longer a north strait. So I'm at the southernmost Europa Point. Here's a nice view. We got a couple people here, you know, just enjoying their day out. It's Sunday. Perhaps people go, you know, fishing here on the weekends. And over there is, you know, I don't know if you can see it, it's Africa over there. It's a really cloudy day, but on clear days you can, I mean, as you guys saw in my other video, you can see Africa like much clearer than this. But it looks so mythical. It looks magical, and just sitting in the clouds. It's really amazing. Yeah, it's Europe and Africa were separated by lots more water. The same distance that you see, I'll keep saying it, the same distance that you see between Egypt and Turkey, that was the same distance in between Spain and Morocco. It was the same exact, well, not exact, but it was approximately the same distance on all maps, and all physical maps, globes, and atlases. Notice how here it's straight. This makes sense. Strait of Gibraltar. But we are still seeing reality residue from the reality in which Gibraltar is an island, Straits of Gibraltar, and I've shown you guys, it's still here in this timeline. It's information from another time and space dimension in which we cannot see. It's still here. It's still here, and this is why I say reality is actually mostly consists of a blend of other time and spaces, other dimensions, realities. Even though we perceive it as one, right? When you think of yourself, you feel like one. When you think of the reality in front of you, it feels like one, right? Because you know, you don't see no changes in front of you. Nothing is changing in front of you, right? It appears that things don't physically change, but what it is that one reality that you perceive is actually a mixture of other realities, time and spaces in which we cannot see, and we can see the residue of other timelines. I'm gonna go take a look at these floating boats. I'm gonna ask these people right up here if they can agree with me that the boats look like they're floating. Hi guys. Hi. It looks like the boats are floating, right? It looks like they're in the air. Look, they're all saying yes. It's crazy. Cheers. It's crazy, guys. I'm not the only one. They're saying, they're agreeing with me. They all say yes. It literally looks like the boats are in the air. That is crazy. And the explanation for this is mist. There's more to it than meets the eye, guys. There's more to it. If people here are being taught that the reason why the boats look like they're floating is because of mist, then how come this boat isn't floating, right? How come this boat's right here, it does not look like it's floating, but yet those other boats over there, they literally look like they're floating in the air? Why is it that the mist, if that's the argument or the answer that, you know, people are being taught, why is it the mist? Why isn't the mist making these closer boats look like they're floating in air? Why is that? You know, I question everything now that you know, we've seen these geography changes. The Mandela effect has woken a lot of people. Everything should be questioned, and you know, sometimes you gotta use your own observation and thinking rather than believe something that, you know, someone told you, and mostly what they've been told is something that they've been told for someone else, and therefore everyone just believes the same thing. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself your own questions and you know, believe in something more. Gotta open your mind, guys. This is the first time I'm seeing ships look as if they're floating in the air. It's really, look at that. You see these two boats? There's no, they're not floating, but look at this one. It's floating in the air, guys. The color of the water is different. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I hope you guys can see it. Looks like it's coming out a little bit blurry. But let's see. I'm gonna try and leave Europa Point now and walk up to the east coast, and let's see if we get better views. Google Maps does not give me a walking path along the east coast. Like, if I want to get to one direction, from one point to one point along the east coast, it does not show a kind of like a walking path, if you know what I mean. It only tells you to go through the west side of the island. Yeah, I can understand why. Is because majority of the east part of the island, as you can see, there's no sidewalks. I mean, you'll find something like this, but then it stops, and then you got to walk through like these little ditches and like walk through the ground, the dirt, sometimes. So I calculated on Google Maps, you know, I'm estimating that from the path that it's telling me that it'll take at least an hour by walking through the west coast of the island. So I'm calculating around 15 minutes. It's a 50-minute hike. It'll be interesting. Would have been nice to actually get some get someone to explain some of the stuff on the East Coast, because if you guys ever get to visit Gibraltar, a lot of, I would say probably 95% of the stuff is all on the West Coast, right? I guess because on the East Coast the rocks are higher, so it's not very good elevation to have anything at all, because everything is high on the East Coast, if you know what I mean. Wow. So no sidewalk, gonna be walking along the road here. An update on the Barbary partridge birds, which are the only place where they are found other than, wow, you guys hear that? That does not sound like a bird or a chicken or a rooster. I wonder what it is. Oh, sounds like a dinosaur. Yeah, so oh, there's a sidewalk over there. What I was saying was update on the Barbary partridge bird. So I spoke to John to see if we could see something on a rock, but it seems like a rare thing to catch. Like sometimes you'll see it, you'll have to like get lucky to see it, right? It sucks. Maybe I'll go up there tomorrow, try again, and catch it on video for you guys. And oh, I forgot about the candy tuft plants. Well, tomorrow's Monday, so I'm gonna try tomorrow. Today's the weekend, today's Sunday, everything is closed, so there's not gonna be anybody at the Almeida Botanical Garden, which is right next to the cable car entrance. There, I'm told you can find candy tuft plants, so tomorrow I'll try that, and let's see if I go back up to the rock before I leave back to the States. Just thought it would be cool to catch these seagulls just sitting here on the cliffside of the East Coast. So I've reached a turning point here walking along the East Coast. I'm about to enter a tunnel, and I noticed some monkeys up there. They're above the tunnel. Wow. It's a monkey right here, actually. There was one standing right where I was. Didn't even realize. What are you eating there? The only wild monkeys in all of Europe. Can't believe it. And the only tailless monkeys in the whole entire world. There's something very unique about this place. I'm telling you guys. It's like nothing I've ever thought I would have. It's nothing that I thought I would have imagined. It's literally like a magical place. So here I am entering the tunnel, you guys. I'm feeling much colder air. I guess because we're in a cooler area. I'm gonna try and look for a sidewalk. It's starting to get very spooky. So good thing I didn't walk this the other night when it was dark. Oh wow, that is insane, you guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna walk this. I have no idea how long this tunnel is, but it's so long, but I'm gonna walk it. This is very, very spooky. And as far as what I've been told, that people who have lived here, they have heard that stories of ghosts. I'm gonna try and not get hit here. That's what I'm walking along. And ow. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this, actually. Oh wow, I just messed up my shoe. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this, but I'm doing it just to explore the island of Gibraltar. Another reality, this place is an island. And yeah, as far as I've been told from other people, a few people here, not everyone, and I don't go around asking everybody this, but they've actually told me themselves, right? Ghost stories. So there's been stories of people seeing ghosted on this on the top of the rock in those very old tunnels. And so I'm happy that I did not walk in through those tunnels. Well, I didn't. I think the World War II tunnels. Those World War II tunnels are very, very creepy. The siege tunnels aren't too bad. But yeah, I can see the tunnels ending all the way down there, so it's not too bad. I'll probably be there like in another 5 minutes or so. Guys, I've reached the end. Woo. Now it's now I can see the light. Awesome. Oh, people actually go through here in scooters. Awesome. Amazing tunnel to be scootering in here in Gibraltar. Wow, you guys, this is an impressive view right here. This is wow. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. So you guys can see here, you know, I can see why majority of the city is on the west coast, because on the east coast it's very steep. It's a very steep slope. When you're on the east coast, walking along the east coast of Gibraltar, it really does feel like you're in an island, because there's literally one road here, and it has that like island vibes to it. One road. Wow. Since there's one road over there, what they put there is a traffic light, and then the people over here, they have to wait for they have to wait for the traffic light to change. So that's how it works here on the east coast of the island of Gibraltar. Some really nice houses here. Colorful houses. Nice for some nice pics. Took one pic. The Gibraltar flag. This is the only, it appears it's the only beach that people actually come here to spend time at on the east coast of Gibraltar. And right behind me should be the airport. I should be arriving there in about 10 more minutes or so. Even from here, where I currently am, the boats still look like they're floating in the air, you guys. I just can't see how it's mist. Look at that. It's the same color as the air. They're all floating. That's insane, you guys. Never seen this before. Very strange. As I'm looking at these tunnels here, you can see a whole bunch of them when you're walking along the east coast. So this is the first time I am viewing the top of the rock, or sorry, the rock from the north and northeast. That should be St. George's Hall, where I was the other day. We're here at St. George's Hall. So just imagine the cannons facing out, and you would see a cannon shooting out to Spain, because that's how the St. George's Hall, if you walk in there, is depicted, because that's how it actually would have been. They would have been firing cannons mostly in the direction of Spain. Instead of wasting so much time building those tunnels just to shoot cannons, why not just build a big fortress right here, a tall fortress in which they can shoot cannons into Spain, right? Why go through all that hard work to bring cannons? As you guys saw, those ring pulleys, that's what they called it. These are called ring pulleys, and this is what they would use. They would put ropes through here, and literally there will be a whole bunch of men pulling up the cannons up the rock. up these very steep slopes. That's how they brought cannons up there. They literally had a whole bunch of men just pull those cannons literally all the way up to the top of the rock. And that's far, you guys. That is really, really high. And why waste all that time, hard work and labor to bring tunnels up there, and not only bring the cannons but build the tunnels? Like, just think about it. Just think about all the hard work they had to do just so they could fire cannons to supposedly Spain, right? Why not just build a big fortress right here in between the rock and where the airport lies? Tall fortress. It would have seemed much, to me, it would have seemed that it would be much easier if they did that. Till this moment, I believe those tunnels up there, St. George's Hall, that's reality residue. It does not make sense to me. I don't care what argument I hear, it just doesn't make sense. Those tunnels, you would have been facing out to the North Strait of the island. And you know, I'm gonna ask people, I can ask people questions and I'll get an answer why. You know, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense.